taking shots at the enemy. I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the noose off. And you cannot save me, 'cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You are not as tough as I'm back, you know that I never left. I got tracks and some music that you never guessed. I don't slack, don't lose, learn your lesson yet. When I get to choose what I do, I'm like a weapon. I'm not sharp as many, but got hard. I'm ready to change scars to envy, to win large and plenty. I like to play fast, never change back. Calling out, I'll pay back, 'cause I'm great at that. Oh, you cannot save me, 'cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You are not as tough though. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You are not as tough as me. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You are not as tough as me. Taking shots at the enemy. I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the noose off. And you cannot save me, 'cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You are not as tough as that you never guess. I don't slack, don't lose, learn your lesson yet. When I get to choose what I do, I'm like a weapon. I'm not sharp as many, but got hard. I'm ready to change scars to envy, to win large and plenty. I like to play fast, never change back. Calling out, I'll pay back, 'cause I'm great at that. Oh, you cannot save me, 'cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You are not as tough though. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You are not as tough as me. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You are not as tough as me.
boys. What the fuck? It's funny. I come back to streaming and none of my shit works right. My fucking OBS isn't working. I don't know why. That's annoying as shit. What's up, DJ? Phoenix, how's it going, bud? Oh, my God. Dude, it has been rough these past couple weeks. My job is absolutely fucking killing me. So we'll start by saying that. It's been an absolute nightmare. But hopefully, things start to calm down a little bit. I'm going to say I doubt it. But we'll get into that here in a minute. Give me 1 second. So in the, as you guys remember, I work 4 days a week. So Monday through Thursday, I go in at 5 a.m. I have to be there at 5 a.m. It's normally a 16, 17 person job. We've had so many people fucking quit and so many new people walk out. We only have 8 people right now. 8 to 9 people on any given day. So I've been working 12 to 13 hours a day. And being absolutely fucking dead from doing multiple jobs at my job. Every day. So all I've wanted to do the past like 3 weeks is come home and sleep. It's not been fun. Ugh. Honestly, I mean, yeah. At the same time, like, taking time off is one thing. You know? The obvious key to a success in this kind of business is consistency, which I can't really have right now, which is the shitty thing. I'm sure you guys can imagine that, like, if I'm getting up at 3:45 every morning and I'm not getting home until 5:30, sometimes 6 at night, I'm sure you can understand the consistency thing is just not a fucking thing for me right now. You know what I mean? And it's, as long as we get people to stick around at work, it shouldn't be an issue. But I was streaming so much and trying to figure out video concept ideas and stuff like that that I just got absolutely fucking railed and burnt out so fast that it's like, dude, like I needed a fucking breather, you know? And I know there's nothing wrong with taking a breather, but at the same time you kind of lose traffic and shit like that, which is it's a given thing for what we do, right? So it's not really surprising. So the key thing here is I need to brainstorm ideas, hopefully get some ideas from people from chat to come up with some kind of way to produce videos in the Stubby cat. Produce videos in, you know, shorts and TikToks and shit like that. Other than just like the obvious things. it should be pretty fucking given that I do nothing but play Lost Ark right now. I'd like to get back into playing Call of Duty. Modern Warfare 2 gets released this year. I'll be playing that a lot. I'm sure. We've talked about it. Me, Croth, and Reeps have talked about it. We're going to be playing that. A lot of guys that I used to play Call of Duty with are going to be playing Call of Duty also. Especially since it's on a 2-year cycle. I don't know how hard I'm going to hit that content or not. I don't know if I'm going to hit it as hard as I used to. But because I still have Lost Ark and I still love this game. So just nothing really surprising about that. With a launch date of Diablo 4 getting released next year. I don't know when next year. Probably late next year. Content's probably going to shift over to that a lot. Just because I love Diablo. Even though all the shady shit they do with Diablo Immortal was kind of fucking stupid. Yeah, we're back, kind of back in the same boat. You know what I mean? Try to get my name out there more. I know a lot of people probably thought I fucking died or something. So, I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. We'll get there sooner or later. But technically, Phoenix, you're not wrong. I know there is I didn't find this out until recently. There is a guy that lives in the same town that I am that is a YouTuber. I had no fucking clue. It's not misplaced faith. It's hopeful ideals, right? I don't have any faith in it whatsoever. That's not the case. And I know I'm not the only one that feels that way. I have no faith in it whatsoever. I'm going to try it, and if I like it, I like it. If I don't, then I don't. But in no way, shape, or form is it faith. Given what I went through with Diablo, it could be good or it could be fucking terrible. Yeah, Phoenix, I'm in the same boat. I mean, we'll find out, right? Oh, I'm the same exact way. I think Modern Warfare 2 is actually not going to be that bad. Carl, what's up, bud? I don't think Modern Warfare 2 is going to be that bad. But at the same time, I'm fully expecting it to be just another Call of Duty. I don't think it's going to be anything like fucking groundbreaking, and it's like, oh my god, I love this game. I kind of broke out of that a while ago when it came to something like Call of Duty. At this point, I don't think there's anything new they can add to Call of Duty to make me be like, wow, I fucking love it. The game can be absolutely flawless and I still won't love it. Not the same way that I love like Diablo and Lost Ark. It's just not going to be a thing. I'll play it. I'll probably get addicted to it for a little while. And then that's about it. Yeah, I'm still playing Lost Ark. But back to what I was saying. I didn't know this, but there is a guy, a local guy that does, he's a YouTuber that just hit 1,000 some subs. And he's monetized on YouTube, and he said it's actually not that bad. Well, I mean, there's only so many ways that you can innovate on a game that really had, other than its flaws, there's really no way you can innovate on Call of Duty to make it something, like, brand new, right? Because even, like, the transition from Call of Duty, we'll say Call of Duty 4, which was the original Modern Warfare, you take that with, like, kill streaks, right? And then you go to Modern Warfare 2, which had customizable kill streaks. So you can actually pick and choose your kill streaks that you had. That was, at the time, was groundbreaking. Like, there was no game out like that where you can actually choose the way that you play like that. You know what I mean? Obviously, they had guns and loadouts and shit like that for certain Call of Duties, but the customizable kill streaks really changed the game. But ever since then, when they started adding wall running, jetpacking, and shit like that, look, I'm not that guy. I can't. It can be fun for a little while, but after about 2 or 3 days, the last thing I want to do is to play a 360 no scope 420 motherfucker that's running around a wall that I can't fucking touch. it's bad enough that there's probably going to be infested with hackers in the first week. But no, I figured, honestly, I'll probably end up turning the fucking camera on here soon and talking about some shit. Bringing back the 1v1 quickscope, no scope duels on Rust. Yeah, I know, right? One v ones on Rust was so good. I could spend literally days doing that. This bitch ain't got nothing. It's yeah, I don't know, the whole YouTube thing. Like I said, man, you're not wrong. I got to figure out a way to fucking monetize it, and then probably, honestly, if I could monetize it, I could find a better job that's closer, that I won't have to work so many fucking hours and won't have to kill myself. Well, yeah, I mean, Carl, you were fucking leaps and bounds ahead of everybody else. I imagine you probably don't have anything to do. But at the same time, it is the same grind over and over again, and it feels like you're doing the same thing every fucking week, so I get it. You know? I completely understand. Let's just blow some gold on that shit, right? It's, yeah, I don't know. Ready to see what your bar looks like now? Yeah, send me a picture in Discord. But no, I agree with you. LostArk kind of, like I said it even a couple weeks ago when I was talking to the boys about it. Open up a lobby so I can inspect it. Here, we'll just do this. I think that's my biggest thing with LostArk is that there's really nothing to do other than, like, you know, like, I guess the same shit, like I said, the same shit over and over again. It's, but then again, it's, I mean, it is what you're almost level 60, by the way. So you have the 2-piece set bonus, and you're, what is this, 3? No, you're working on Dominion. So 2 Yearning, 1 Dominion. Oh, okay. What are you doing? 4-piece? 4-piece Yearning? I don't know what the current setup is. No, you can't do 4-piece. Okay, yeah. Ooh, 4x3 and then 1, huh? Look at you. I'm gonna check this guy out just because. Yeah, Spec Bard. Okay, so we have Nightmare, two-piece Nightmare. I think the source has got you right now. Grudge Igniter, all out attack, precise dagger. Contender, Hitmaster. That's not bad. Contender was a filler. Russell, I literally just, I didn't make this lobby for Descaluda, but I'm literally just inspecting people that are in chat, just so you know. Contender was just a filler. So, okay, so I'm guessing you're going Igniter, Grudge, all out attack. And then what? What are you doing? Cursed Doll, I'm assuming? At some point? You want to get one more Hitmaster. Okay, I got you. So you want level 2 Hitmaster. Contender is just a placeholder, is what you said. Alright, so... Replace Precise Dagger with Cursed Soul. Yeah, see, that's what I was going to do, too. I honestly haven't fucked around my Sorceress that much. Since I made that Scrapper a while ago. Right now, my Sorceress is kind of like just fucking chilling. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude. The Cursed Doll Grudge shit is fucking crazy expensive. Unless you pre-planned your build around with this website that I have, and actually sort out the cheapest that you can get for each thing. So I had, I pre-planned my builds now. According to market costs or whatever. Alright, here we got a head-to-head here. We got a head-to-head here, Phoenix. This is you against Croth, by the way. Yeah, Russell, you're not wrong. Look at this guy. Spirit Absorption, huh? Honestly, though, Croft, what does Spirit Absorption 3 look like? Yeah, he should be Swiftness. Yeah. What is Spirit Absorption is 15%, but what does it look like? Does it look like you're running way faster? So he's got 2-piece Dominion, 2-piece Yearning. Desperate Salvation, Heavy Armor, Awakening, Spirit Absorption, Expert 2. By the way, Russell, if you're still there, man, I appreciate you for coming to the stream. I'm sorry I wasn't actually doing a run right now. Oh, you got Weapon Glow? So you're basically going for those big dick fucking damage buffs, huh? I honestly thought about making a War Dancer also, by the way. I don't know exactly what I want to do yet, but you enjoy checking out people's builds too? Yeah, man. I mean, it's just weird though because I had to make a fucking lobby thing for it, so ugh. That's a feels weird. Like I said, I haven't done anything on my Sorceress. I'm only 1430 because I'm trying to level a new main after hitting 1415 on my Sorceress. The other reason I'm 1430 is because I had free upgrades that hit. So I mean that's the main thing. Look at those fucking virtue stats, bud. But Hitmaster, Igniter, all out attack, precise dagger right now. It's a thing, I guess. I don't know. Like, obviously, Curse of All Grudge is the dream. But at the same time, even considering switching to Grudge right now, with Vicus coming out and me not knowing anything about fucking Vicus, kind of seems like a nightmare. Does that make sense? That being said, I actually do need a Descaluta run. So, if anybody wants to do a Descaluta run. You don't think you'll be back for Vicus? I mean, I get it. It's, I don't know, man. I said it a couple weeks ago. I feel like this game is like, not necessarily that it's dying, obviously. Like, you look at the Steam charts and shit like that, you have the bots and shit like that that are kind of skewing the fucking records, right? But at the same time, it's, a lot of people are still having a lot of fun with the game, and obviously, you know, Vicus coming out and, Volton actually not being that bad. It's actually fun to do. You know? It's, the only shitty thing is that content like that comes once a week. Like, you can only do it once a week. You know what I mean? So, kinda sucks. Yeah, Volton's really fun. I like it. But I mean, I do everything that I need to do for the week on Thursday, pretty much, and I have nothing else to do the rest of the week. That being said, I do need 4 Descaluta runs. So I'll be doing 2 on my Sorceress and 2 on my Scrapper. But War Dancer actually does look fun. No, honestly, I need somebody to explain to me what the fucking capture events are, because I'm dumb. I are a dumb streamer. What am I supposed to do? You're talking about like the guild events, right? The capture things for the guild events? Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, Carl, like I said, I don't blame you, man. You blasted so fucking quick, you're ahead of everybody else. You kind of ran out of things to do. Rank 1 gives you 4 relic stones, 10 gems, and 6 to 8 relic accessories. What rank gems? Like, what level gems? 10 level 3 gems, Jesus Christ. Well, goddamn, dude. I mean, is anybody doing Descaluta? I was sleeping. I didn't ignore you. I was sleeping. I was ready for bed at 9, dude. Yeah, I'm old. Next one in 3 hours, make sure to go. AJ's doing right. He's hanging in there. He's been taking a break from LostArk too, obviously. But, yeah, he's doing all right. I just talked to him today. Hopefully when things start to turn around for him a little bit more, then he'll, Stripperella. Then he'll actually be around a lot more. Yeah, he's doing good. He's alive and hanging in there. Play AJ's account to catch him up. I wouldn't know the first fucking thing about playing a Shadow Hunter, dude. Excuse me, bird, where are you? Yeah, anymore, I absolutely fucking despise playing Igniter. But it's a little too late to switch now. But that being said, I'm having a ton of fun playing a Scrapper. Why is... What the fuck? You're joking, right? You're debating make... No, that's the thing. AJ's really not that far behind. Because he was damn near 14, 15 to begin with. The amount of rest XP he has, though, I'm sure. See, that's the problem with playing Igniter right there. Yeah, that's the thing. Missing Doomsdays is kind of like a kick in the fucking nuts. Like that. It's mostly just Guardians, though, right? That you have a problem with more than anything. Because it's so random and so sporadic of what they're going to do. It's not based off of, like, health pool percentages. Like, feels bad, dude. At least when you're doing something like Bolton, it's like you can kind of determine what's going to happen when. Yeah, Volton's real fucking easy to figure it out. Alright, so let's turn this shit on for right now. Yeah, it's a give and take kind of thing. Why can't I swap the reflux? Because I'm fucking poor. I already have a 4x3 for Igniter. It just seems pointless right now. Just the thought of getting all the accessories again. Oh yeah, for sure. Korean LostArk looks fucking crazy, dude. I can't wait for the R version to get that far in. Doing like hell mode Volton and shit. That's where it's at. God damn it, dude. You see, Croft, you motherfucker. God damn it. That was intentional. I know it was. Jesus Christ, dude. This fucking bird. Oh, you want to give me all your gold? You probably have a fuckload, don't you? Only 50k, he says. Only fucking 50k. What's up, Fingers? Only fucking 50k. Good Jesus Christ. I don't even think I've had 50k throughout my whole experience. Dude, honestly, most I've ever got up to was like 20k at one time. That's what feels bad, man. Yeah, OBS apparently changed the way that they're doing fucking YouTube live streams. I had to set everything back up again. I can actually pick from broadcasts, which is weird. They schedule broadcasts. But yeah, we're desperately going to try to get back on a regular schedule of live streaming. Hopefully work actually cooperates. So we'll see. I don't know how well that's going to go. I have no idea what you said. Ah, okay. Okay, well. Awakening Master Tenacity. Yay. That's all fucking garbage. %, bud. Here we go. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm fucking dog shit. Yoho is 850 gold a day. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It seems like I only get 3 leaps per soul. So it feels bad. Seven would be average, right? But 10's the most you can get. Oh, it's 8? These reputation grinds, though. Nineveh? Yeah. Honestly, I should be doing that so I can make Splendids, but... right now, I'm just trying to get the last skill potion. Where's Zach been? His fish is up to 40 gold. I'll make sure I let him know. No, Zach told me the other day he got burnt out of LostArk. He felt like it was a never-ending grind to try to keep up with us. And he just couldn't do it. Which, regrettably, is understandable. The same thing goes for AJ. He said that he was having a hard time, like, being excited about the grind to try to keep up with everybody. They're just failing hone after hone is just depressing. Which I totally understand. So yeah, I get it. That's the thing, there really isn't anything better to play right now. Not for the shit that we're into. That's I mean, that's the honest truth. $14.55. God damn. Ah, fuck. Yeah, let me do this one. I didn't see it in time. No, honestly, I still love this game. There's no denying that. It's fun. But at the same time, it makes me wonder if I just love ARPGs or it's just this game. Do I love this game because it is an ARPG? And it's a decent one? But honestly, though, as a streamer, it's really hard to break out of, like, this kind of genre into other genres just to have fun and fuck off. Like, I would like to play the new Minecraft update, because I'm a child at heart, and I would like to play, Raft actually had its full release. So, I want to try the raft. But at the same time, I'm not really too sure about it. If I had a group of just friends of just nothing but fucking idiots just walking around playing stupid shit. Honestly, Croth, I'm in the same boat. I rarely touch my Deathblade or my fucking Glavier right now. I know I could log on him and do fucking chaos and shit like that, but it's like, do I really want to? Dude, you know what's sad about that, Carl? I downloaded, it wasn't that long ago. I re-downloaded, EverQuest from Steam. Because I was like, man, that game brings back such good memories. And then as soon as I went through the loading screen, I'm like, this game looks like fucking dog shit. Like, no graphical updates since like 2000, we'll say. It just looks so bad. Honestly, though, Croft, Diablo is kind of the same way. Even though it wasn't like you need to get on and do this, you can do whatever you want to. But I think that's what sets Diablo apart from this game for me. At least in Diablo, I can just log on and do whatever the fuck I want to. Such a letdown of a series. Yeah, I know. Ugh. '20-year anniversary. Dude, the thing is, yeah, I don't know. EverQuest just looks so fucking bad. Alright, I got it. Okay, so here's the thing, and I know there's a lot of talks going around about it, especially from some of the other bigger streamers and shit like that, and people that were trying to point out the pay-to-win aspects of some games and shit like that. I'm going to come straight forward now and tell you that I don't care about pay-to-win. I don't. I choose not to for almost every game that I play. We'll say that. Or, okay, let me rephrase that. I'm not pay-to-win for any game that I play. Okay? When it comes to something like Diablo Immortal, I absolutely love Diablo. I have no problems with the franchise whatsoever. Even though I also know that I can separate Diablo 2 and Diablo 3 into two different categories. It's under the same name. It's a completely different game. I love both for what they are. But at the same time, like, obviously I'm a big time like Diablo 2 fan, right? Like I love like the darkness of Diablo 2 and just the way the game plays in general. When it comes to Immortal, I honestly thought about trying it out whenever it first launched, but after seeing all of the bullshit with it to be pay to win, which I can ignore all I want to, it's a glaring thing right in your fucking face that you need to pay. That's the problem that I have with it more than anything. Okay, so when they're just throwing it in your fucking face, it's a lot like growing up in a small town in Ohio, people shoving the Bible on you, right? It's like, hey, you need to go to Sunday school. Hey, you need to go to church on Sunday, and blah blah blah. Like, don't shove it in my fucking face. Like, if I don't want to do it, just get the fuck away from me. I don't want to do it, you know? So, and being where I'm from, that's really, really frowned upon when you say something like that. Okay, so when it comes to something like Diablo Immortal, it's, I have no doubt that the game itself isn't that bad. I've heard a lot of really good things about the game, that it plays, it's fun to play and blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, to me, it looked like a reskin Diablo 3, just a worse version of it. I don't see how you can release a game, even though it is for phones to begin with. Like, how many years later? Diablo 3 came out 2013, 14, something like that. How do you make a game that looks worse in 2022? I don't understand that. Even if it is for phones and shit like that, it's just ridiculous to me. Like, that was the main turnoff for me, and then I saw all the predatory bullshit. And what I mean by predatory bullshit is that, number one, the game throws it right in your fucking face that you need to pay money. Multiple times. Like, even before you get to create a character, it asks you to visit the shop. This is bullshit. Number two, the amount of money that you have to spend to be able to even get a 5-star gem. And then there's multiple 5-star gems that you can get, okay? Now, there's pay to win, pay to progress. I don't have a problem with either, because it depends on what you choose to do, right? Again, some people might look at this as frowned upon because I am playing LostArk right now. So it's kind of like a hit and miss thing. Not gonna lie, it's really fun on mobile, but seeing the data from drops, etc., literally impossible to. That's the thing, because they put things literally behind a paywall, and people are too stupid to realize that that's what they're doing. They put things behind a paywall where you have to pay to be able to progress a thing. And it's, I mean, you can call it pay to win, pay to progress all you want to. You shouldn't have to pay money to, number one, enjoy PvP or enjoy PvE to a certain point. It's just fucking ridiculous, right? I would much rather spend thousands of hours grinding an RPG trying to find what I want, other than I can just pay money and get it anyway. And even then, the thing is, you could pay $100,000 and not get the thing that you're looking for. That's the stupid thing. That's the thing that blows my mind, is that, like, you're paying money for chances. You're literally gambling. Okay? Now, I understand that there's people out there that will defend it more than they probably should. And I get it. But, you know, they have to understand that even though the game isn't, it might be pay to win, it's the way that they're catering it to other people that's sickening. Okay? So, when you make it so easy to just tap on your phone, or just to, like, if you have your, say, your credit card or something like that tied to your Battle.net account because you play World of Warcraft, and your kid decides that they want to try Diablo Immortal, they can click on Diablo Immortal, and then it's just right there. Like, I can pay for this if I want to. It's so easy to get fucked by a game like that, it's not even funny. But the thing is, when it comes to something like Diablo Immortal, even if they put the mature tag on it, let's be honest, I was playing mature games when I was 7. Like, who gives a shit about a fucking mature tag? It is what it is. You know, every kid grows up completely different. Depends on how, you know, some people don't want their fucking kids to watch, like when I was a kid, Dragon Ball Z. That was a big thing. Like, oh, there's too much fighting in that cartoon. I don't want my kid to watch that much violence. I get it, but at the same time, if you trust your kid, does it really matter what they watch? As long as you make sure they don't turn out to be a fucking Jeffrey Dahmer to begin with, does it really matter what they watch? I don't think that has any kind of influence on what they're doing whatsoever. It might, if anything, it exacerbates the bad shit in people already. You know what I mean? If you see violence constantly and you have a kid that is prone to violence, it might be a bad thing for them to watch it. So I get it, but you know, when it comes to something like Diablo Immortal, it's so easy to just hit 2 buttons and next thing you know, you're $5,000 in the fucking hole because little Johnny wanted to get a fucking 5-star gem or boost his fucking rifts with his friends for a day. That's stupid to me. All jokes aside, and shade the people getting the games getting a wait, I do recommend trying it on mobile. It's a nice time killer. Yeah, that's true. It's like I said, I have no doubt that the game's actually not like that bad. I'm sure it's an okay game if you can stay away from the pay to win aspect of it and just play. But at the same time, how much fun are you missing out on because I don't make as much money as X person, or I can't afford to, you know, pay that much money for it. But the thing that's sickening to me more than anything is the kid aspect. I can control myself. There's other people out there that are my age that can't control themselves with things like that. They do have a gambling problem. It is a very serious problem for them. And it's just, it kills me for the simple fact that we're all gamers to begin with. And a game like that is predatory towards people like that. You know what I mean? Just because I don't have that problem doesn't mean that there's not millions of other people out there that don't have it. And it's just, I'm going to die. It's just blatantly fucking stupid for people to look by that and defend a game like that, even though it is Diablo, and I would defend Diablo to the fucking day I die. And Diablo is, let's be honest, Diablo is not the issue. There's nothing wrong with the Diablo. There's nothing wrong with Immortal. There's nothing wrong with the development cycle. Nothing wrong with it whatsoever. It's the publisher that I have a problem with. The publisher is the one pushing these fucking things on people when it's just, it's so fucking predatory that it's stupid. Not to mention the fact that, like, there's, they post their earnings for like the first couple weeks. They made like $24 million, right? And then I found out today that Disney made a game that is recommended 7 years old and older. So it's a 7+ game that has monetary value in a game that you could easily, again, push 2 taps and you're paying for it. And they're doing the same shit where it's like, oh, this is 250% value on this pack that you could pay for whatever. You can pay $100 and get 800% value on this shit, right? Diablo 3 made like 300 million in the first week. Yeah, I know. Oh, I know. I wonder how much of that actually had to do with real money auctions. That's the shitty thing. Not to mention that it's the predecessor of Diablo 2. So people were probably going into that game expecting it to be a lot more like Diablo 2. When Diablo Immortal came out, they knew better. Does that make sense? Like if I knew starting out, if I knew what I knew now starting out about Diablo 3, I probably wouldn't have played it. I love the game, but I probably wouldn't have played it. The other reason why I played it is because it's the follow-up to Diablo 2. When in all actuality, now I can look back and say it isn't a follow-up, it's just a separate game. And I need to look at it that way to be able to play it. But the back to this Disney thing, like, I'm gonna see of course that's gonna be like that. Where is it? Is this what the game's called? Mirrorverse for Android? Yeah, this is the thing. This is ridiculous. So, the in-app purchases, you buy this shit, and they're marketing it to 7-year-olds. That's a problem. I mean, that goes without saying that it was a fucking problem beforehand with the whole pay to win thing. But I don't have a problem with pay to win. I'll state that again. I don't have a problem with pay to win. I don't have a problem with pay to progress. I don't have a problem with free to play. This is the shit that I have a problem with. Because you're dealing with not so healthy mentally adults that have a problem with things like this, with gambling and getting addicted to it and just spending money. Because the first thing you know, they're like, hey, it's just $5 for this pack. Then, the next, I'll spend another $5 on the next paycheck. Or let me see how much money I have in my bank account. I'll drop $10 here and there. Next thing you know, you're $1,000 into the game, and then you're like, I can't put it down. I already put $1,000 into it. Might as well keep going, right? But when you have literally a game like this that is recommended for 7-year-olds, that is the recommended download for this game. You can download this game, even if I had, I have a 10-year-old or 11-year-old. She just turned 11, by the way. If I put this game in front of her, granted, I don't think she'll play a game like this, but if I put this game in front of her, even with the parental locks on her phone, this is still a 7-year-old game. A game for 7-year-olds. There's no excuse for that. You can't put something like that where, like, even as a human, your frontal lobe isn't mature enough to be able to get the idea of what's wrong with this until you're older. You know what I mean? That's how gambling and drug addictions and shit like that start. Granted, you can be addicted to drugs at any time, or gambling addictions. But if it's in your fucking DNA already, and you can't see a problem with this, but you're honestly drawing it back to all the way to fucking 7-year-olds. It's a sad day that this shit is happening. Like, look, $2, $5, $10, $30. Most popular pack, you get plus 95 orbs. Oh, looky there. Oh, new characters. Look, this is a launch theme. This is a launch exclusive. $9, $30. Literally says 7-year-olds. 7-year-olds can download this game. It's sad. It's sad. It's literally following up on the exact thing that Diablo did. Look, between the Astral Crystal bundles, and then you can use these, and you 400% value. Oh my God. Look at this. 400% value. Is this Genshin for 7-year-olds? Yeah, it is. So I'm blown away. I'm blown away. You want to put this in front of a 25, 26-year-old or somebody my age, in their mid-30s? It's still fucking terrible that you're throwing that in front of them. But at the same time, as an adult, I could look by it. I could look by it because I know I'm not going to get stuck into that fucking trap. But there's millions of people out there that don't have that luxury. They see something like that and they say, I got to buy that now. I have to buy that. If I don't buy that at 800% value, I'm actually losing money. That is a real thought that goes through these people's heads. Now, turn that around and give it to a 7-year-old and see what they do. It's sickening. I'm blown away that it's gone this far. People used to argue about the fact that loot boxes were a thing and stuff like that. Yeah, I get that. Right? Like, I'm not the type of person, like, I played Overwatch on launch. I never paid for loot boxes. I played Apex on launch, never paid for loot boxes. I still got them just from leveling shit, but at the same time, I never paid for anything. Disney will do this, but make a Marvel movie PG-13. Yeah. Yeah, FIFA has the pay to open packs, right? That you can like make a roster or something like that with your packs. Like you can actually pull player cards that do specific things. It's storming, by the way. So if I randomly disconnect, you know what happened. It's I don't know. I don't fully understand. Okay, let me be honest here. I get it. I as a business person, I get why they're doing it. I fully understand it. It doesn't make it any more fucking right for them to do it. I'm blown away by the simple fact that you can. Diablo's bad enough, and then you're making, on the heels of Diablo, Disney's like mass produce this fucking game to cater to 7-year-olds that have a problem, that don't understand what they're doing. They can easily drain their parents' bank account on stupid shit. We've heard stories of that for fucking years, but now they're throwing it blatantly in front of you. You know what I mean? Like, I can see there was a problem for a long time about, oh yeah, my kids spent, X amount of money on this thing. What's up, Sam? My kids spent X amount of money on this mobile game, whatever, and you heard horror stories of that before. And it was like, okay, well, let me figure out, as a parent, you want to figure out how did it get to this point, right? You want to say, I want to figure out how easy it is to be able to purchase, like, to purchase something like that. The thing with Diablo Immortal in this new Disney game that just came out, it is literally right in front of you. And it's fucking sick, dude. It is fucking sick. Regardless of what the age bracket is, whether it's rated for 7 and up, or it's rated for 13 and up. Dude, if I have to be with my kid to be able to go see a PG-13 movie when she's 11, but she's completely okay with downloading Diablo Immortal on her phone and paying for whatever she wants to. You know what I mean? Or if I'm not, let's just say, for instance, I'm not here one day when she's here and she's like, kind of want to try out Diablo Immortal. I know it's on my dad's PC. I'm going to go ahead and try it out. My card's already linked to my Battle.net account. I wouldn't know anything about it until it already happened. But just the simple fact that it says 7+ on that game is very disturbing. I'll never understand it, man. But then again, I mean, with the type of world that we live in, it's all about money anyway, right? You don't give a fuck how you get it as long as you get it. That's how some people think. That's how most people think. It's sad. I feel really bad for the people that love playing games like Diablo, or love even, the kids that see Disney that want to play this game, and then they instantly think they have to spend fucking money on it to be able to play it. And it's marketed that way, and it's so goddamn sad. Again, might sound contradicting because I'm playing LostArk to some people. But let's be honest. People thought a lot of bad things about LostArk whenever it came out in America. About being pay to win until they saw Diablo. Now nobody's talking about LostArk anymore. It just got released, Sam. I just said the name a minute ago. Fuck. Mirrorverse? I want to say I said Mirrorverse. I think that's what it is. It's a gacha game for 7-year-olds. And it is 100% marketed as such. It's mirror something. I know I said the word mirror. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's fucking sad. So fucking sad that we have to deal with that. I can't believe that. It's so you're just fucking exploiting people's flaws, man. That's all you're doing. As a game company, that's what you're doing. And I hope you feel real good about yourselves doing that. I can't believe that. You outdamaged me for once? Aren't you like 30 levels higher than me or some shit? It's pretty bad, Croft, when I have to make a new character just for you to outdamage me. Yeah, that's the other thing that I was going to talk about today. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but we'll talk about that. So let me get through this run real quick. Don't you fucking do it. Oh my god. Yes, pick Croth up. I need to outdamage him. I saw you heroically dive in there. Well, here's the thing. You guys know already from the guys that have, been around my live streams enough, especially when it comes to here on YouTube. I'm going to tell you my exact point of view on something. And it's not that I don't have a problem hearing other people's point of view on it. The thing is, when you're talking about some stuff like that, it can get kind of sensitive. I'm going to tell you how I feel about it unapologetically and not really give a fuck. So I'm going to start the conversation by saying that. Like, no hate towards anybody in chat or anything like that. We're going to talk about it. We're going to get into it. About my feelings on the whole fucking thing. It's gonna be a fucking Brutuu hot take news day. I totally hit that counter before him. What the fuck? Dude, seriously, as a scrapper, you have to be so close to the goddamn target. But it gives you an ungodly amount of means to be able to get close to him. Like, 4 out of my 8 abilities has a dash towards the target. Yes, please. What's up, Reeps? Like I said, I don't want to spend too much time on this whole thing with the new laws that were passed and the Roe versus Wade thing, but we'll get into it here in a second. Deathblade Melee sucks because you spend so much time charging something just for it to take 2 steps to the left. Alright, so let me get caught up here. Hold on. I was shocked to hear. Yeah, like I said before we get into this conversation here. It is storming. If I lose power, it's not surprising. So, Sam, you know that. You fucking live down the street. All they did with the ruling was say that the states decide their own abortion laws. Please don't believe the media. Bull S. Yeah, I said bull S. Like I'm a fucking 5-year-old. A bullshit. Okay. It's up to the individual states. The less big government, the better. You should not be able to take away a human right. It's up to the female, not up to the state to decide if she's allowed to have an abortion. If people want them illegal/illegal, would petition the state reps and change the law in the direction you want. If only it was that easy, Sag. Yes. Everyone is welcome to their own opinion on any topic and to discuss them as long as everyone walks away friends at the end. Not enough of that going on in today's society. Yeah, I know joke power has been garbage. Yeah, I know. The power has been fucking terrible. Not to mention that half the trees in fucking Stone Creek and shit don't exist anymore. It took out the entire fucking street sign for the exit for Stone Creek. Like, it just didn't exist anymore. A group of girls asked me a long time ago when we hung out if my ex had an abortion, how I would feel. My answer was, and still stands, it's mainly up to her to decide. That mainly, I had like 1% say. That's because you only lasted 1 second. I get it. And they laughed at me. It was such a weird response. Okay, so let me start by saying a couple things. Okay, now this isn't really gameplay, so we're just gonna stay in here and talk about this for a minute. Okay, so let's do this. Okay. So here's the thing. Okay, and I'm gonna lay this out again. First things first, I want to say that Sam is 100% completely correct. All right. When it comes to first, number one, we don't have enough healthy discussions regardless of whether or not it is a good thing or a bad thing. Because we live in a society nowadays where if you don't have somebody else's opinion, automatically you're a fucking prick and they don't want to talk to you. That's how we get instantly jump to the next worst thing that would possibly end the conversation. And I'm going to say something as a reference, okay? It's not necessarily the only thing, but as a reference. If I start by saying, I don't agree with X person about this. And they say, I don't agree with you about your point of view. And then I'm like, okay, well, we'll both debate this. And then they go, I don't want to debate with a racist. That's the end of the conversation. Like, you can't go from, I want to have a debate about something and then instantly saying somebody's racist. It doesn't work that way, right? There needs to be healthy conversations about things like this. But the problem is that with the healthy conversations that we have nowadays, people are so quick to shut it down, take things out of context. They want to take a 4-hour conversation and make a 20-second fucking clip about it and say, this guy said this. And then even if, say, it's a podcast or a live stream or something like that, I could have a 6-hour live stream talking about the same topic, but they'll pull 20-second segments out of it, clip it all together, and then make a 1-minute video out of a 4 to 6 hour live stream and say, this person is this way. It doesn't work that way. You have to be able to have healthy conversations. It's the only way things are going to get fixed. That goes with anything. Okay? If I don't see your point of view in certain kinds of things, I want you to have a conversation with me about trying to get me to see your point of view. It's not necessarily about trying to get me to see it. It's more like, goddamn. It's more like laying out your statement and your facts, and then we lay facts against facts, and then we see which way the thing happens, right? But the problem is, like I said, in today's society, you deal with the bullshit where people would say, I don't agree with your point of view. Automatically, I'm going to label you as this because we live in a tribal culture where people have to be a part of a fucking group and nobody has the common sense to be able to stand on their own 2 feet. That's the honest to God truth. I don't care what anybody says, regardless of the argument. It could be about fucking how your thoughts were about the fucking spelling bee that happened last week or some shit. If there can't be healthy debate and conversations about something, regardless of how uncomfortable you feel about it, stupid shit's going to happen. Okay? Now, when it comes to the federal government basically saying they're overturning Roe versus Wade and they made abortion illegal and they said that we're going to leave it up to the states. Technically speaking, Sam is not wrong. He's not wrong because it gives the states more power to be able to decide something like that. And the southern states probably will decide that they want to make it illegal, right? Texas already did. Technically speaking, Texas already did, right? So, but here's the thing. When you're dealing with this, you're also dealing with the same concept that I just told you guys about when it comes to the wrong idea, right idea, not having healthy conversations, and not dealing with the repercussions of not having those said conversations, right? Because we live in a society where they can jump on Twitter and they say, Ted Cruz, or blah, blah, blah. I'm just using him as an example, not to fucking throw hate towards him whatsoever. But this person can say anything they want to, and they can have debates about it for months on end, but they want to take little segments out here and there and label a person a certain way. But see, when you have media influence, the way that it works is that I could say something bad about somebody else, then they can come back and say, this person said this is automatically what they think. I know that, so in my mind, I'm going to say, I'm going to avoid that altogether. Or I'm going to hit that head on, and then it's really going to put a stamp on what they think about me. Because people are always going to make their decisions based off of media influence, right? Media just wants clicks with no context. Exactly. And when they have context, they take it out of context. Right? I can give you 1,000 fucking reasons right now why racism is bad. But if I say one thing as a joke or something that can be taken out of context, they're going to ignore the 1,000 things and they're going to say the one thing. They're going to say the one thing that they had a problem with. They're going to tell you that I said that. They're going to put it on social media. They're going to say that I had this opinion. You shouldn't agree with this guy. That's how it goes. But we also, I'm just going to straight up say it. We live in a fucking pussy society where nobody wants to have healthy conversations because it makes them feel uncomfortable and they're not in their safe space and they can't have those kind of conversations. How many times do I have to explain this to certain people? Like my friend group, they know. You can ask Sam. My friend group knows. If I have a problem with you, I will fucking tell you. If I have a problem with something that you did or your point of view on something, we will have a conversation about it. I'm not going to start throwing hands. I'm not going to label you as a certain kind of person. There's plenty of things that my friends do that I don't fucking agree with. Let's be honest. But at the end of the day, you have to have the conversation. Whether or not you fucking feel uncomfortable with it or not, you have to have the conversation. And we love you for it. Exactly. That's the only way shit's going to get done. I can't stand the two-faced bullshit where somebody wants to talk behind somebody's back and deal with this with it their way, bottled up inside it, and then all of a sudden they fucking explode and they deal with 2 or 3 years worth of problems within a 30-second window. That's how you get anger issues and people get thrown in fucking jail. You can't get it off your fucking chest. You can't move on with your fucking life unless you can actually have a conversation about it. Because guess what? There is certain people out there that will live in your fucking head rent-free until you have a conversation about it. So, when it comes to the abortion thing, here's my point of view. Every woman should have the right to choose. Completely up to her. Now, it'd be dumb for me not to say that we've all been put in the situations that Reap's described, where I've been asked the question before, what would you do if your girlfriend got an abortion? What would you do if your wife got an abortion? I'd be very upset about it. I'd be extremely upset about it. But I also know the difference between I can be upset about it and it not change. It's her choice. It's her body. It's her choice. I don't give a shit at the end of the day what she does. I can be upset about it. The way that I look at it is that if I was with a girl that I know for sure got an abortion with my child, there's no denying the fact that I'm going to be very upset about it. And that relationship at that point is over. That doesn't mean that I need to, fucking hate her for it. Let's be honest, I probably will. But I understand. I know how to separate the two things. It's her choice. It's not mine. Do it. Again, healthy conversation. If I could have a conversation with her and explain to her, that's not a good idea. It's not fucking whatever. But at the same time, these laws weren't put into place for that. In my point of view, those laws are not put into place for that. It's the people out there there's girls out there that are raped and end up having a child. There's people out there that are crazy sexually abused in an abusive relationship that are forced to have a child. That's what these laws are supposed to be for. You can't group the two together. Do you guys think you should have the option to waive their rights as a father and nope out the child in the same sense? No. I don't. I don't think that it's my right to say anything that happens with anything. Would it make me upset? Absolutely. I also know how to separate my feelings between being pissed off about something to understanding that the thing that I'm being pissed off about isn't my fault. There is nothing that I could do about it. So being able to separate the two is for the better. You know what I mean? If a girl decides if a girl that I'm with decides to have an abortion, I honestly, that relationship's over to me. No, I can't be with somebody that would do that. Because I give you, unless there was an absolutely reasonable right for you to do that, like, oh, if it's a choice between you or the baby, I get it. You know what I mean? But when you have people run around that literally get pregnant and have kids so they can collect more money and get free housing and get their food paid for and all this shit, there should be no reason, especially where we live, Sam, there should be no reason why I see a girl walk around with 17 fucking kids in Walmart carrying a brand new iPhone. It's not how it's supposed to work. You know what I mean? Now, As a father to an unborn child, I imagine that it'd be not force an abortion, but just waive their rights as the father because they don't want to be a father. No, I don't. I still don't think so. That's a tough one, but at the same time, I don't think so. Just for the simple fact that you should be smart enough as an adult. I say as an adult because it shouldn't be happening unless you're an adult. And that goes back to the whole parenting thing that we were just talking about with the fucking pay to win bullshit. As an adult, if you decide as a man that you are dumb enough to have sex with a woman without protection, knowing damn well the consequences you could have, that is your fault. That is your fault. Now, on the flip side of that, not always is it the man's fault. It is possible for a man to be sexually assaulted also. I get that. Granted, it's harder for that to happen, but it does happen. At the end of the day, it's all just hearsay bullshit. You know what I mean? When it comes to two people, I mean, we saw that with the fucking Johnny Depp and Amber Heard bullshit in court. It's all just hearsay bullshit. It's all this person's word against this person's word. And we should believe this person because he's a man. Or we should believe this person because it's a girl. By legitimizing abortion and having it legal, there's less risk of young women being hurt, killed, or imprisoned for trying to have an abortion. I agree with you. The thing is, you can mark these statements down now. I can see 100%, without a doubt, female suicides are going to skyrocket through the roof when they figure out that they can't do anything about them having a child out of wedlock with a person that raped them. With a girl that doesn't want to have a kid, that goes through all those emotions and all the hormones with being pregnant to begin with, probably being under a certain age, not understanding what's going on, being left alone, suicide rates are going to go through the fucking roof. They are. Because if you're telling me right now that there is no way out, there's always a way out. To certain people, there is always a way out. There's no way that anybody can disagree with that. It's, if you are stuck to have a baby by somebody that sexually assaulted you, by law, and somebody's telling you that you can't get rid of it, yeah. Suicide rates are going to go through the roof. It's sad, but it's true. And the sad truth is, it's going to go up on the man's side too. It is. Because if he feels like there's no way out and the woman wants an abortion but can't get one, and then all of a sudden he's stuck too, it's going to go up. What if a state made abortions illegal except in incest, rape, assault cases? Again, I think there's a gray area when it comes to things like that because, look, I'm just going to tell you the truth. There is women out there that would have sex with their fucking first cousins. There is women out there that will have sex with their fucking brothers. It is weird. It is what the fuck they're into. There's women out there that actively will go look for a rape case. There's women out there that will look for an assault case. That's the honest to God truth. At that point, it's all just hearsay. You know what I mean? It's all just hearsay. You can say all you want to that, unless there is clear evidence that it is actual sexual assault, then you're just dealing with the whole idea that it's all his word versus her word kind of thing. It's fucked no matter what you do. But honestly, coming down to the state point of view, I got a feeling that there's going to be a lot of states that still make abortion legal, completely legal. The problem that I have with it also is that if they run the risk of, say I live in Texas and I'm a woman and I go out of state to get an abortion and then I come back and all of a sudden I'm not pregnant and it's against the law for abortions to happen in your state. I mean, technically speaking, regardless of what you do, it's the same thing, same issue that you have with handguns, right? Or just guns in general. Guns are a problem. If you make abortion illegal, it's going to become a problem. I can always find a shady motherfucker in a dark alley with a gun. Just like I can find some fucking backwoods doctor trying to do a fucking at-home abortion. You will find a way. If that's what you... If there is no denying the fact that with... as humans, that you will go out of your way to find a way. Whether it's... You feel like... I hope no one feels that way, but honestly, it is what it is. I get it. If you feel like suicide's your option, or going out of state, or whatever. It's the same thing like fucking stem cells were illegal for a long time. There's some that are still illegal. People will go to fucking Puerto Rico just to get stem cell research done and get fucking shots. You go out of your way to do it. To me, it don't matter what if my wife comes to me and said she wants an abortion. I will not bother me one iota because it's not my body. Okay, see, exactly. It'll bother me, but again, I know how to separate the two feelings. It's not my choice, and I have to live with that. But it doesn't mean I had to live with her. Does that make sense? Like, it's kind of the same thing. It would bother me, but this, like, as a man, if I give you no excuse, like there's no harm, no foul in any kind of way for us to have a child, and then you just decide randomly you want an abortion, I would think as a person that there's something wrong with me to make you not want to have a child with me. But at the same time, I know how to separate the two, and it's not like, it's not my choice. It's not. But honestly, if I was shooting fucking 8-pound babies out of my cock, then yeah, I'd probably want an abortion too. If I can being honest, I don't want to do that. You know, that seems like it would suck. Yeah, see, that's the thing. You're talking about things that are out of not only a man's control, but out of a woman's control to begin with. When you're dealing with the emotional and psychological issues that come with being pregnant or having a child to begin with, cock would look like something out of Resident Evil. How do you know it's not already? Thoughts? It's a give and take thing, right? No man's going to ever be able to figure out what goes through a woman's mind when they're pregnant. Just like you're never going to be able to figure out what's going through somebody's mind when they're mentally unstable to begin with. Unless you can sit down and have a conversation and that person can explain it to you. But at the same time, do you know how hard it is for a person that has depression or anxiety or some other mental health issue to have to explain it to somebody that doesn't have it? It's difficult. It is very difficult to put into words exactly how you feel. You're never going to understand it. But honestly, at what point does it take for somebody to figure out that if a woman is emotionally, mentally, hormonally unstable, and she feels like she doesn't need to have a kid, that it's not a good idea? Just her having that thought probably makes her right. It just comes down to it. Should always be down to the person that will be going through the situation, not even a state or a government, or to tell them what they should be able to do. Exactly. That's the thing. When you're looking at overall health concerns of we'll just say the world in general, because you can't really just put fucking, like, you can't just put this on America. Yeah, we're the ones that made the fucking issue, but at the same time, like, if a woman wants an abortion, there's nothing that's gonna stop her. You ever try to stop one of your friends from going to get that extra beer when it's last call? Good luck. It's the same fucking thing. Back on what Sam is saying about a man being able to forego his rights as a father. What about the 0.1% and or sabotage? Is he still be held responsible for the child? I don't think abortion should be used as a justifiable way out for anything. Other than the fact that it's unhealthy for the parents, or sexual assault, rape, that kind of shit. There is people out there that will literally... There's a story not that long ago that I heard in a podcast, probably just a few days ago, of a woman that had sex with a man. He was wearing a condom. After the deed was done and he left, she then took the condom, got all of the spermies out of it, and then artificially inseminated herself. That's a real thing. That happened. You might also see a lot of back alley abortions popping up in the States. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It's going to happen. There's no denying that. Again, like the fucking gun laws. You can make guns illegal all you want to. I bet I could still find a gun. Look at it this way. They make weed illegal. They make fucking all kinds of recreational drugs illegal. They're still here. You know what I mean? And good luck telling an American that they can't do something. I'm just going to flat out say that. That's the truth. Tell an American they can't do something. There is people out there that will purposely find a way to do that just to spite you. They're just blatantly honest. The truth might be fucking hard to swallow sometimes, but guess what? It's the truth. Tell a fucking American that they can't do something. See what comes out of it. It's yeah. Hey Sam, go down to Coshocton on a Saturday night, down to fucking Cedar Street, go into the bar and tell any one of the females in there that they're not allowed to drink. Good luck. Yeah, exactly, Croft. You're not wrong. You're going to have a lot more deaths on your fucking hand whenever you're dealing with people trying to make guns in their fucking garage. So a lot. Well, see, here's the thing. It's not. I don't want you to look at it the wrong way. I'm going to try to explain this to you from my point of view. Actually, I'm going to turn this fucking camera off for a minute. I'm going to try to explain this to you from my point of view, Carl. So I don't want you to take this the wrong way. I understand you're an outsider looking in when it comes to something like that, right? But this is part of the healthy debate issue, right? So your statement is the guns in America weirds me out, right? Because it's so easy to go and buy a gun. That's a common misconception, and it's not true. Okay? It is 100% not true. I can't walk into okay, let's be honest, depending on where you're at. I can't walk into a place and just buy a gun. There's background checks, there's double background checks. If you live in fucking California, you have to go through 7 or 8, 9 different fucking hoops to try to buy a gun. And even then, it could take up to 6 months for you to get said gun. The problem is that people get guns. They wait out whatever they need to wait out, right? They get guns that way. They scratch off the serial numbers, and then they go in a back alley and sell them to fucking Joe Schmo that just shot up a movie theater. You're also dealing with the simple fact that these things are also mass produced. It's okay. Imagine it this way. This is theoretically speaking. Give a child an entire box of goldfish crackers. An entire box. And then say, I'm going to take those goldfish away from you. See how many you don't get. You know what I mean? It's the same concept. There's already billions of fucking guns out there in the US. Good luck making them illegal. Good luck. But we run into also a problem that if you make them illegal, we'll say petty crimes that I agree with, petty crimes like making marijuana illegal under a certain amount, right? Good luck. Good luck getting that off the streets. Not going to happen. It's not. If anything, you end up with millions of people inside the prison system that don't belong there. You think about how many people in the United States have non-violent crimes that are in prison. We're going to deal with the same fucking problem. Buying and selling guns. Back alley fucking abortions. It's going to be the same fucking thing, just with a different story start. Same exact timeline, different concept. I mean, the more people from the outside the U.S. understand that, from the people inside the U.S., that, oh, we need stronger gun laws and we need to just ban guns. That concept is way harder than what it looks like whenever there's already billions of them out there and more than half of them are illegal. All you did was just move that half of them illegal part to all of them being illegal, still the same amount. Well, see, it's built into the constitutional rights because back then they wrote the Constitution when people had muskets, where it took minutes to reload a single shot gun. Just a single bullet. You know what I mean? That was where the flip side of it is. When you have a law that's written for a gun that takes 15 fucking minutes to reload one shot, and those idiots just stood in a line and shot at each other, yeah, it's a bit archaic. I mean, time frame wise, it really doesn't matter when you think about it. When you're going up against a 6-shooter, like a Colt 6-shooter back then, like, we'll just say the first one that was made for multiple fire uses, against somebody that has a musket, chances are 6-shooter's going to win. You know what I mean? I mean, you think about it, the Comanches, they were firing fucking bow and arrows from the back of a horse. That was way faster to fucking get an arrow knocked and fired from the back of a moving horse than it was for somebody to stand there and shoot a musket and then reload it without catching fucking 16 arrows to their face. That's the reason why a fucking revolver was made to begin with. Because we were getting our asses handed to us by people that had a bow and arrow. So yeah, the fucking laws are completely ass backwards. Well, the problem is that we spend so much time trying to defend shit that needs to be updated. And you could say the same thing about Diablo 2 or World of Warcraft. Again, you can put the conversation and that kind of argument on everything. You can't just put it on gun laws. You can't just put it on abortion. You can put it on anything. I mean, you want to spend so much time defending a fucking bullshit ideal that's like completely archaic to begin with, and try to figure out what's wrong with it. They're just talking out their fucking ass to begin with. I mean, it's sad. It's funny, but it's fucking true. It is. Blackbeard would like to have a word with you. To me, there's just too much fucking pointing fingers and having talks about certain things where somebody just wants to point a fucking finger and instead of something actually being done about it. You know what I'm saying? But see, Carl, the thing about the UK, that from what I've come to understand, they made guns illegal in 1997, right? You guys have so much less gun-related deaths, even when guns were illegal. It's a value-added kind of thing, right? Where there's a lot more people here, and there's a lot more guns here. I mean, Carl, there's literally, not a joke at all, so don't take this as a joke. There's literally states here where you can legally challenge your neighbor to a duel to the death with single shot guns, like just fucking black powder guns in the middle of the street. In 2022, that is a real thing that you could do. Not a joke. That is completely legal and within your rights in certain states here. You want to talk about not updating something. There are states here where I can't say the word whale on a Sunday because I'll get arrested. There's certain counties here in Ohio where you literally can't spit on the sidewalk without getting a ticket. Can't chew gum on a Thursday in Kansas. So all of these problems combined is the same fucking issue. It's people inability, they just want to fucking talk their shit and not get shit done. And not understand the greater good for the better picture. Because people are in it for the fucking money instead of the well-being of human rights. Or humans, and I'm not even going to say human rights. Humans in general. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about anybody. They just care about the money in their fucking pockets. I mean, that's just my point of view of it. I know some people might think it's wrong, and that's okay. No, you're not wrong. You're 100% correct. You're 100% correct. But at the same time, you also have to put yourself in the mindset of somebody that even though it's difficult, that thinks the opposite way. Okay? So, if you're saying that those people are making the argument that the Second Amendment was literally meant for an overthrowing of the government, right? At that point, you're dealing with the same thing that people say about wars from one country to another. This country has this. This country has this. This country has this. Until somebody hits a fucking nuke button. They all have fucking nukes, but that's the end all be all, right? That's just the simple facts. So even when you're dealing with war in your own country, from their point of view, they're saying I should be able to own fully automatic rifles with so much magazine as much as I want to, like ammo wise, and all these fucking guns, and make a bunker and shit like that, just in case the day comes where we have to overthrow the government. So if the government has these fully automatic guns, then we should too. War is the rich man's way of keeping the poor in check, buddy. I agree. What's sad about that is, and I'm going to make, this goes full circle back to that statement, right? The simple fact about that is that what those fucking dumbass gun owners don't understand is that they are paying money. They're paying a lot of money. You want to talk about fucking Diablo being pay to win? Try starting a civil war. That's pay to win, right? So you're paying that much money to own these guns and paying taxes and getting the fucking certificates and making sure that they can carry, if they're in a concealed carry state, licensed firearms, buying all the ammunition, buying all the magazines, buying all the guns, buying all the shit to keep the guns prepped, to make sure the guns are clean, to make sure the guns are a certain way. You're talking about thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars that a single person would spend on their gun collection, that all those taxes and all the money they just spent goes towards government to begin with. The thing that they are paying to defend themselves against they're literally just handing them money. That's what blows my mind. They want to put millions of dollars into their fucking gun collection and then turn around and $500,000 of the million that they spent is going to go towards the government anyway. So you just took your life savings and gave half of it to the government to do the same exact fucking thing that you just did, except they can mass produce it and then sell it to the next guy and then mass produce it again. You're dealing with a multiplicative issue where the government has multiplicative control over guns more than what people want to admit, than the people actually buying the guns because they are set on a certain set value, that they only make so much money. It's sad, but true. And honestly, the same thing can be said about the people that are pushing pills, the people that are selling fucking narcotics. It's just, it's that simple. Imagine me saying, hey Croth, I need 5 upgrades, but I'll give you 10 upgrades worth of shit as I go through 2 weeks. I just need this by X time because this might happen. Same thing. Same exact thing. Heavy armor expert stone. I bet that'll sell. Well, the bottom line is that you would be received in America by somebody. You know what I mean? It's not like we don't have Marxists here. Or it's not like there isn't certain people that you can't have a normal conversation with regardless of your beliefs. You know what I mean? So it's, again, it's a give and take kind of thing. You can operate that all the way back to fucking high school where people had cliques. I'd like to consider myself a little bit of a fucking standout when it comes to things like that, because I got along with everybody for the most part because I know how to talk to people. Yeah, that's a state by state thing. But honestly, try to break it down a little further because that's a person by person thing. It doesn't matter where you're at. It doesn't matter what state you're in. It could be the United States or any state in the United States. Look at it in the broader picture of a person. How many people do you think you can have that conversation with and debate about? And then honestly, look at the background of said person to begin with. Are they going to be, are their answers or the way that they're going to debate based off of media? Are they going to debate based off of their actual beliefs? Are they going to care about what people think about what they say? You know what I mean? It's that's the part that's a give or take thing. All right, Sam, I got you, bud. I'll talk to you later, all right? Yeah, for real. Like I said, it's a give and take thing because there are certain things that I'm going to say that's going to piss people off. It also depends on... That's fucking sad, by the way. Jesus Christ. It depends on how you look at it. It's, it sucks no matter what. The problem is that, I mean, we kind of group everybody together in, you know, categories. And that's the honest truth. That because we live in a group mentality society, that everybody belongs in their certain groups. I have mail? No. Okay. Guess we're going to pity this one all the way, huh, boys? Jesus Christ. Fuck. That's so sad. Now, why did that message not show up? Hold on. There it is. I don't know why they didn't show up to start with. Yeah, you're not the only person that feels that way. But even with that concept, I don't know if you'll agree with this, even with the concept of dealing with the conflicts face to face, there is still people, needed to talk to that person. There are still people out there that won't deal with that conflict or hold back the things they're saying because they are face to face. That becomes an issue with certain people. What the fuck?
Oh, it's you. You already have some challengers lined up.
So there's a problem both ways, but at the same time, you're not wrong. The problem we deal with more than anything is the fact that people don't care about their greater good, and they just care about making money and getting their point of view across, regardless of who they have to fucking step on along the way. I mean, the saying that cash rules everything around me is a real thing. So, yeah, there's not many people out there that would settle differences, face-to-face interaction, and actually have a debate about it without, one, it becoming violent, and two, without some things that need to be said not being said because they feel uncomfortable about it and they're not in their safe zone anymore. But honestly, back to what we were talking about before, I understand how Reaps feels about the whole thing, about being asked about the abortion thing. You know what I mean? That some people look at you like you're fucking weird because you said it a certain way, or said a certain thing. It's gonna happen. It sucks, but it's gonna happen. Oh, you're not wrong, and that's how you end up getting companies like Amazon. I mean, there, in a certain aspect, you can kind of see how Amazon would be able to prey on the fact that kids thinking they have social anxiety and they don't want to go out and deal with interactions face to face. Instead of going to the store to buy something, it's a lot easier to fucking order something. You know what I mean? That has to be a real business motto that somebody had to came up with. I look at it as easy access. Other people look at it as I don't have to talk to people. I just tried to punch the shit out of my own fucking cat. No, you're not wrong. But you put those three things together when somebody would only use one excuse. If you're only doing it for the reason for not to have to interact with people, it doesn't work. Yeah, Carl, you're not wrong. The issue with that is that you could still easily fall into the aspect of a group mindset, right? Where one group still hates the other, regardless of what they've said or done. It's the fact that people, there is people out there that understand it, you know, that like you do need to understand the fact that, hold on, I need to find this other thing. Where is it? An hour and 31 minutes. What the fuck? That's kind of how we are now, minus the fact that people don't understand that we're humans to begin with. And being a human, first and foremost, is your group. And people don't understand that. That they put other groups in front of the fact that you are dealing with other living people. That's the problem. No, you're right. You're right. Sniped. Fuck. I see one more. Let me get out of here. Legendary dragging these nuts in your face. Yeah, it's fuck. Spamming G. Got it. The thing is, in the world that we live in, we do have people that think the same exact way. The problem is that they're few and far between. And with the way the world works, it's very easy to get trapped in the other way around it, where you only care about yourself or the people around you. Especially if it's forced. You know what I mean? If it's forced upon you, after hearing it for so many times, then you're going to start to agree with it. Because just like clay, humans are malleable and easily formed into whatever people want them to be. I don't have any gems. Bye. That's how it should be. That is 100% how it should be. Just like I've always said that racism is a taught thing. That is the honest to God truth, in my opinion. Racism is a taught thing. Because no two babies that come out of the fucking womb instantly hate each other regardless of what they look like. But if it's fucking drilled in your head enough, I can see how people can fault them their point of views. You know what I mean? Yeah, nobody's born a racist. They're born into racism. It's also, depending on the state of mind and the person that you're talking to, a lot of things that are environmental issues, and by that I mean, like, your environment around you, because a lot of people would say, oh, you know, there's people out there that are, based off the environment that they have around them, they're going to turn out a certain way. That's not true. That's not true. I was taught, not really necessarily taught, but self-taught on how to raise a child to be the exact opposite of what my dad is. So in a sense, yeah, it kind of makes, I guess it makes sense for the environment around you pretty much raised you. And to being the person that you are. You can either go one way or the other way. Star Wars style. Wow. Come on, bro. That's like, I have an older sister and a younger brother. All three of us raised the same exact way. All three of us turned out completely different. All might be molded or shaped by our environment around us, all taken three different ways. Yeah, the Westboro Baptist Church is a weird fucking thing because, oh, what was her name? The one daughter got out of it and because she didn't agree with anything that was said after a while. You know what I mean? I want to say her name's Megan. Yeah, there's a lot of things wrong with today's fucking society. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I like I said, I want to say her name is Megan, but I can't remember. Yeah, she got married to somebody she met on social media. After the conversations they had through healthy debate on her beliefs and his beliefs. And she realized that her beliefs were wrong. A lot more people should try to live by that. I mean, you could take our conversations today as with like somewhat of a grain of salt because I know I'm not 100% correct on everything. I understand that there's multiple points of views out there for every concept, right? So, I mean, people can take what they want to out of it. Yeah, she's quite the incredible fucking person nowadays. I've always enjoyed the conversations she had with Kevin Smith. Hey, I mean, realistically, that goes back to the conversation we had a couple months ago about you realized that you made it whenever you had a bunch of haters, right? Exactly. At the point where you feel like you need to stop learning, that's when you become a problem. And there's people out there that are set in their own ways and refuse to change, and they just stop learning. That's where the biggest issue comes from. That's just my personal opinion. It's I don't know, man. I've always tried to live my life in the fact that, like, always try to put everybody else in front of me, which could also lead down a fucking depressing road to begin with. But at the same time, the times that it's not depressing, it's also extremely fucking fulfilling as a person.
You can go check them in the office.
Well, see, that's okay, same concept, right? For me about the biological dad. I know my biological dad was a drunk and a druggie and in and out of jail constantly. And haven't really talked to him since I was like 3 or 4. And then my brother's dad, my stepdad, was very abusive towards my mother and all the kids. And then when they split up, she got married to a dude that's perfectly fine. The guy's great. They've been together for like 12 years now. But the father figures that raised me was my uncles. My Uncle Ralph, my Uncle Brian. And they taught me more than what they'll ever fucking admit to is like how to care for other people and to understand that, you know, some people have other problems other like that are bigger than the problems that you're dealing with. And just an overall sense of how to look out for myself in a healthy sense through a mental standpoint. Obviously not physical because I'm fat as fuck, boy. But through a mental standpoint of just do what makes me happy. Just don't step on people along the way. There's always multiple paths for you to be able to be happy. That doesn't mean you need to hurt somebody to get there. Whether it's sitting here and bullshitting with you guys, or playing video games, talking in Discord, go and hang out with my friends and play board games, take my kid to the park when it's not fucking storming like now, and play basketball. Or just go get a fucking cup of ice cream. You know what I mean? It's the little things that's like that's the things that I enjoy doing and that make me happy. But there's some people out there that they think that they are happy by trying to make other people miserable. And they live sad, sad lives. But to be honest with you, the only time that people like really get to me and piss me off more than anything is when they're fucking lazy. That's the thing that bothers me. Exactly. I always have the people that I can fall back on and the people that I know care about me. So I also, AJ and I have had this talk before about what I like to call the 5-foot rule, where if I'm feeling like the world's out to get me at any kind of time or whatever, like he does a lot of times, is operate by the 5-foot rule, that if it's not within 5 feet of you, it's out of your control. Not one person in this fucking planet can fix the world's problems. There's no point in putting the world's problems on your shoulders for you to bear, and you feel like you need to bear them alone. So if I get in that kind of mindset where it's a dark mindset, I just go, what's the 5-foot rule? If it's not within 5 feet of me, it's not my problem. Ignore it. Until you get back to the point where you feel like you're comfortable enough to start to have conversations like what we've had today with each other and things like that. You know what I mean? That's just the way that you have to operate to be able to stay somewhat fucking healthy and like in a mental capacity standpoint. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the other thing that people need to understand, that I hope that a lot of people start to understand, is that there's multiple ways. You just got to find your thing. You know what I mean? I've always told that to AJ for a long time, was like, you need to find your outlet. You don't even call it constructive. Just find your thing that like gets you away from everything else. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And honestly, like, you can, like, streaming is not for everyone, right? Like, that's a given. The social interaction can be kind of weird. But if you don't have something to fall back on to take your mind off of everything, regardless of what's going on, you're going to be miserable. It doesn't even necessarily need to be something to make money or anything like that. It's it's 1,000+ hours in LostArk. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I don't know. It's you know, a lot of therapists and shit like that call it compartmentalizing everything that you have going on. And sometimes that can be a bad thing, but at the same time, for some people, it's overwhelming once you unleash them all together. You know what I mean? Where it can get kind of fucking squirrely. To me, I guess you could say I compartmentalize a lot of things. Because I know how to separate the things that I need to separate. Which is part of the reason why, again, I stopped streaming for a little while. You know what I mean? Because I needed a fucking mental break from having the mindset of, I get off work so late, I'm tired, I'm pissed off, because work is just fucking killing me, and some of the people that I work with are fucking killing me. And it's like, I need a break for a minute. Oh, you're starting swimming tomorrow. Yeah, nice. I just had a conversation this morning about at-home meal preps with my girlfriend to figure out what I can do to get back into somewhat active fucking shape. Probably the next couple weeks I'm going to start meal prepping my own shit. One, because it's a lot cheaper, and two, I can actually make what I want. And just do, like, low calorie, no sugar. Until I feel better, and then start going to the gym, working out with my brother. Because he goes to the gym right down the street. Unfortunately for me, right now he works midnights, and he gets off work and comes home and goes to sleep, and he's awake whenever I get home, which is when he goes to the gym. So it's perfect. I don't know. It's honestly, Carl, I got to find a way to balance everything, because obviously I need to get back into better shape and start taking care of myself a lot more, and then dealing with the idea of, like, my mental block is like, if I'm streaming, how do I grow my stream? How do I get a bigger audience? How do I figure out, how to make this a full-time thing at the same time while working a full-time job, having a family, and trying to get back into shape? I got a feeling like it's just me stacking more things on top of another thing. And I'm trying to figure out how to separate all these things and set a schedule to where, honestly, if I could set a schedule to when I eat and what I eat, probably be a lot better off than having to deal with, like, hey, it's 5 o'clock, I haven't ate yet. What am I going to eat? Does that make sense? Like, that's one it's just compartmentalizing again to the point where I can get back into, like, a routine and figure out what's going on, take my time with streaming, and figure out how things are going to work. No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Swimming is fucking great. But, like, for me, in a standpoint, it's like, I'm way overweight, but at the same time, I'm not exactly in bad shape. If that makes sense. Because of what I do for work every day, and especially for 12 to 13 hours a day, it's not easy work. You know what I mean? So it's keeping me in somewhat, if I didn't have that job, my God, I'd probably be on the fucking my 1,000-pound life kind of shit. Yeah, it's a daily routine, but I'm still trying to figure out this fucking how to grow a goddamn audience thing. It's driving me fucking crazy, man. I wish I could explain it. I know you understand what I'm talking about, but, like, I don't know. We'll do this. I've tried to figure out, like, the best routes and the best. I have fucking 3 supports in my group. Like, do it, but not kill myself, but at the same time, like, obviously one of the best ways to grow is to make fucking TikTok shit. Make Instagram reels, make fucking Facebook content, make YouTube content. Shit like that. Like, that's the obvious ways to do it, but at the same time, I only have so much time in a day. You know what I mean? Okay, I have no idea what that means. I have no concept for what stone is. That weight of measurements always confuse the fuck out of me. I got nothing. Because I'm dumb, the first thought that pops in my head is, how much does a stone weigh? Well, it depends on if it's a pebble or a boulder. I don't know what it means. Pounds. Yeah, I don't even know what that means. I don't know what that means in kg either. I know what kilograms are, and I know roughly how much a kilogram. Okay, see, that's not that bad. Yeah, that's not that bad. But see, okay, common misconception. I'm also an American. That also doesn't sound that bad to me. To other countries, that might sound bad. See, I also thought about doing like a YouTube journey of like weight loss and things like that too, on top of like gaming and weight loss, and see how that goes, and like staying in shape and gym routines and shit like that, at the same time while making LostArk content, and just being me in general. Because that's the thing, like I always said, I'm sure you've heard me say it a million times, is like, I definitely feel like I have the personality and to be able to talk to people and things like that, to be able to grow a live stream and to be somewhat entertaining, regardless of what game that I'm playing. I have the tools to be able to do it. I just got to figure out how to put it together. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But at the same time, I also have it in the back of my mind, and I'm sure you'll somewhat agree with this, is that that's a me thing. You know what I mean? That's something I don't want the cart compartmentalizing the things. That's the thing I want to do for me. It's not for everyone else. It's for me. You know what I mean? If I keep that mindset, I'll probably be more willing to do it. As opposed to, I need to go to the gym to make this content, or I need to post this on Instagram, or make a TikTok about what I did today. I think in the long run, I might want to keep that just for me. Could try Ring Fit Adventure to combine the two. I've seen some content creators get some extra views by torturing themselves on stream. What's Ring Fit? Am I stupid? Tom, is that something I should Google? Exercise game on the Switch. Wait, is it? It's Ring Fit Adventure. Just Dance 5 would get a lot of views because I'm overweight and I try to do a back handspring and fall through my floor. Hold on, Tom. I want to look this up. What? DDR with a dance mat? Look, I don't need the fucking Richter sales going off in Ohio. You feel? By the way, Tom, I appreciate you for coming in, homie. So it's got a leg strap? Can I YouTube this? Is there YouTube videos for this? Okay, why does that guy sniffing it? What is his thumbnail? Why is that? Why is this guy fucking sniffing it? What is that thumbnail, dude? 2 years ago. Oh, okay. Yeah, the thumbnail is very misleading because it looks like he's just fucking smelling the shit out of that thing. Hold on. Let's...
So last week, Nintendo released the brand new Ring Fit Adventure for the Nintendo Switch, which actually aims to kind of take over a place where the Nintendo Wii Fit left off. That it was a healthy way to play video games. However, the Wii Fit was definitely more health-oriented than actual gaming-oriented. What they did with Ring Fit Adventure, it's actually an action RPG style game. There's been a lot of people who have reviewed and covered the game. Being a gamer myself, it's not a very healthy occupation.
Action RPG?
Because I sit in a chair. Literally, I'm sitting in a chair right now at my gym. It's kind of ironic. So I thought it'd be a really good idea for me to get a perspective
that gym looks dope, though.
Of a workout-based...
I mean, seriously, the gym that he's in right now looks dope as fuck. Granted, the background's kind of blurry because of the way he has his camera set, but at the same time, that gym looks fucking immaculate. I don't know what gym that is, but I can tell you right now, they don't exist around me. The best shot I have at going to the gym that's really nice around me is going to lift fucking logs and shit because a storm blew it down. That's how Northeast Ohio works. You want to go to the gym, peel some fucking corn.
Video game from professionals, people who do strength training and fitness. So I want to do a big shout out to King's Strength Performance here in Cranford, New Jersey, for letting me come shoot on site along with my trainer.
New Jersey, of course.
He's hiding off frame right now. It's fine. You'll see him in a bit. There he is. This game obviously tells you how you should be working out. That's, after all, the whole point of it. It's a known fact that when doing fitness, if you're in the wrong stance or the wrong posture, or you're not using the right muscles to do the exercise, you're not getting the most out of it. So
he said
I
it's like
wanted
an
to experiment
RPG.
of playing this game here with my trainer.
Okay, wait a minute.
Going through the exercise.
I know we're gonna get farther into the video, and I know I keep pausing. Pause champ, by the way. When he says RPG, is it like... Okay, that's a cool concept right now, just thinking about it, because, like, is that like me being the RPG character? And I go through training exercises in the game to be, like, increase my stats, IRL? What if I already have a 4 dexterity? What if that's bad? There's different in-game... This is fucking dope. Hold on.
Exercises. I wanted to see...
Tom, you might have fucking just opened my eyes to a fucking brand new thing here, buddy. Usual tracker stuff, huh? Roguelike runs.
If I'm doing it the right way, just based off of what the game is saying. Working.
Okay, wait a minute. Look at this fucking comment. The Legend of Zelda Out of Breath. Look at this fucking comment, dude. I can't. What?
Out. I've done it here to there. I've never really got myself into a super healthy, fit shape.
Oh my God.
I'm not one of the people who thinks that running is a fun exercise. Running is torture. You do it when something is chasing you. That's it. So, yeah, let's check this out. Right now, we're doing the obligatory update of controller. As soon as you boot up the game, it tells you how to put on the leg strap.
Okay, so it's a
and how to
literal
attach the
ring.
Joy-Con to the ring con, which is pretty neat. This is very durable, to the point that you're not going to be able to break it. Even someone much beefier than I, with muscles far bigger than my entire body combined, wasn't able to break it by just gently squeezing it together. How it's shaped, it's going to, your hands are going to touch before it could even begin to break, which is pretty nice. And to see something durable like that is very appreciated. Hello, it's a warm-up. By the way, there's something you must absolutely remember whenever you're doing ring proper posture. Literally the first thing it says.
What?
Even if you believe you're doing the exercise correctly, if your posture is off, you could...
He's skipping the phrases by squeezing it. Like, together. What?
easily reduce how effective the exercise is.
I'm so far out of the loop.
Now, please allow me to introduce our resident posture professional. representing the impeccably postured paragon of posability, Tip. Tip will demonstrate what it means to have proper posture. Once you master proper posture, you can dive into your exercises knowing you're getting even more out of them. Be sure to watch Tip closely and enjoy ring fitness. Your exercises can be adjusted daily. Let's calibrate the ring con and leg strap to match your strength.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm already sweating pretty hard. Dynamic stretching.
So he
Remember
pulled
to do
it
some
and
dynamic
pushed it
stretching
together.
before you exercise. May keep your body flexible.
Make sure your back is straight.
I'm a little impressed on how much it's like.
Last time.
Make sure your back is straight.
Yeah.
Heart rate is 143.
You have water and a towel handy?
He said his heart rate. That's not part of the game, right? That's like a smartwatch.
Impressively
I'm guessing.
detailed. I like the dynamic warm-up because typically when we do like a class here, the first thing we do is a dynamic warm-up. And it's very detailed. They give you like little cues throughout it as
The game tracks it. Okay, I saw him look at his wrist. I think he's wearing like an Apple iWatch or
I
iWatch.
don't know if it said it because my back wasn't straight.
Was
Or
it-
if
is that what it's
that's
called?
something
Apple Watch?
people commonly do in
iWatch?
that situation.
Yes, it's more the latter, especially since I don't think it'd be.
I'm assuming it's in the grips.
Like,
To bring you into the world of adventure, a movie 5 or so minutes long is about to begin. Do you want to?
Because most things in fitness to track heart rate
I'm here to work
require
out.
you to grip it, right?
What's Dragox doing here? He's radiating a purple aura like this. Don't you remember? I probably shouldn't have skipped the story. Estimated difficulty level, 2 minutes, 19.5 calories, and 0.3 of a mile.
Whoa! Hold on. So that's the difficulty level. You're supposed to complete it in 2 minutes and you burn almost 20 calories at a third of a mile. It's crazy old already. I don't own a Switch. I mean, I thought about getting one, but I don't really pay attention to
And 0.3 of
Nintendo
a
stuff.
mile. It's a beautifully cel-shaded game. Reach the goal.
All right, let's go.
When playing Ring Fit Adventure, when you first start off, it's basically, it goes little by little to get you into a workout routine. After you're done with your stretching phase, you then jump into the game, and it basically starts you with the how to navigate the world. That in order to actually move in the game, you have to jog in place. If you run in place, you move even faster. This reminds me of the big bazooka guns that shoot air.
yeah.
Get the
Oh, he's actually turning the fucking thing and shooting
Calves are
things.
getting pretty swole.
Yeah. Oh. That is brilliant.
Also using the ring fit, you're able to jump into the air, and then you're also able to hover into the air, as well as a few other things like that.
Stairs are easier to climb if you raise your knees up higher.
Oh, I'm not done. All right.
And he doesn't descend stairs automatically either.
Nope. Oh God, I hate cardio.
Just like waiting. Look, you can victory pose
Okay, that's pretty dope.
in front of you.
Charge your squat power.
Alright, let's see.
Calories burned 30. I call bullshit.
Oh man.
My stats are gains.
Oh yeah. So it's impressive that they break down the time.
Chad, this is actually really cool.
Each movement. See, look, that's actually cool.
Oh look, it's the legendary circle of
Power.
sure.
Ancient power.
Is it just doing a cooldown right now, but disguising it as a cutscene?
Yes, but the way you think of it too is anytime you're not actively moving, they assume you're kind of in a cooldown mood. It does look ominous. I think you just set free an ancient evil.
Oh yeah, it's probably the bad guy.
Oh,
Yep, this is definitely a bad guy.
What the fuck?
Oh wow.
he's been working out.
Yeah, look at those pecs.
Need to have him tested for roids.
I need you to pee in this cup. Oh, it's talking.
That was Drago. He's a
Drago.
dragon who radiates
His ring is talking to
dark
him.
influence. Oh, my name is Ring, by the way.
I hate you.
Once you move on to the second part of the first level, you start to
Wait,
encounter
second half, what's up, bud?
And once you encounter your first enemy, you're greeted to 4 different workouts that you can do. Each of these 4 workouts let you choose how you actually want to move, and they have a cooldown, so you can't just abuse one. The 4 include a squat, an overhead press, a knee to chest, and a chair pose, kind of giving you the basics of how it's going to be making you work out. Of course, you could just choose random, and the game chooses it for you. Right before you go to do an exercise, Tip will actually show exactly how you should be doing it, and the battle or the attack doesn't begin until you're in pose. So the game will wait for you, and these are turn-based, and you could take your time getting into position. If you need to take a breath, you could take a breath, that's totally fine. How many reps that you need to do is based on your difficulty that you chose when you start up the game or when you choose a workout. I chose moderate, so for me, it was 22 reps of every single exercise. So here I'm doing 22 squats. The first 11, they make me hold for about 3 seconds each.
Okay.
And then after the first half, the second half is about 1 second each. During the first half, you get a better idea of the exact pose that you're supposed to be in. And during the second half, you're supposed to really just kind of work it out. And it feels good that you don't need to hold the position as long. And the second half also, you know, interprets a little bit of that cardio.
Can you hit a crit?
You do the exercise is displayed not only on the character, because the character's hair lights on fire, the area that you're working out lights on fire, but also the amount of damage that you do to the enemy.
Victory pose?
After all the enemies are defeated and making your way to the end of a level, you get to go to the goal, which is just one final squat, and then you lift the ring con above
Bro, he
your
is
head.
feeling it right now.
After every level, you can use the IR motion camera on the bottom of the Joy-Con in order to measure your pulse. Here I was 154, which means that I'm sweating. I'm really working out at this point. If I was in a much healthier shape, I could be at 120 to 130 right now, but I mean, as it's pretty obvious, I'm a little out of shape. That's what I get for sitting in a chair so much.
And it actually asked you if your knees were okay. That was interesting.
Did it?
Yeah. It didn't seem to give you anything.
I'm soaked.
I can only imagine what this is going to be like.
On to the first time that I fight the antagonist of this game, Drago.
What the fuck?
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
doing push-ups.
He's doing push-ups.
Oh my god, every enemy's exercising, dude.
Oh my god.
I would have to
His
say.
form kind of looks like he's just humping the ground.
He's suspect.
Yeah.
I think Chris said it earlier.
He's dripping with sweat.
He skipped he skipped
Leg day.
Like that.
leg day.
A lot.
Austin's just waiting for a break.
When making my way into the battle against Drago, I knew it was going to be a long match. It says that it's going to be about 10-15 minutes long, and that's fine. And it's just constant.
Wow.
Just all the exercises that you've done so far, one after another, after another, after another. And it's a pretty intense workout. I got super sweaty from this. My heart rate was around 150 to 160 BPMs, which is fantastic. I'm just covered in sweat.
This really sucks.
At the end of a workout, isn't that exactly what you want? Compared to when I work out with my trainer, this was more simple exercises, focusing on
Every boss is
smaller
big and
areas
beefy.
of the body, one thing at a time. But it does it in a very safe way, that while you're going through these exercises, you're not going to be, you know, putting yourself in a position that you can injure yourself if you're out of shape. And I think that's a really good move on their part. Plus, they probably don't want the lawsuits.
So you see the foot that's like charging up,
Yeah.
like a foot uppercut.
Right to the groin.
My personal only complaint is the battle against Drago. There was a hit meter at the bottom during my blocking phase, which you block it while holding the ring con up against your body. But I didn't know that he was going to attack me twice, and because of that, my health went down slightly more than it was supposed to, and I ended up losing the fight, which was kind of lame. Once Rob had a chance to go through these levels, he turned it up to the extreme level, and he obviously flew through with flying colors. As you know, he's a professional, and I pay him to be a professional and help me work out, so I would expect him to do a lot better than me, just saying. After you're making your way past the first world, you're able to unlock different workouts.
Hey, Reeps, is this game pay to win? I could pay somebody else to do it.
Or different workouts for your attacks. Also, there's a variety of enemies and multiple enemies to take on at the same time. So the first level is a good first workout, and it gives you a good idea how to play. Now, I've only played through the first world, and with Rob, we got halfway through the second one at the end of this workout, but I wanted to share my initial impressions for you guys. And this is what we have to say. So, Ring Fit Adventure. Since I booted up the game, it's been 47 minutes.
He's got Zelda Hearts
I'm
tattoo.
literally dripping with sweat. According to my Apple Watch, I burned 484 active calories,
Wow.
590 in total. My average heart rate of 140 BPM, which is fantastic, and the weather was 65 degrees. Ring Fit Adventure, from what I see, it actually does a really good job of making sure that your posture and pose are right. Right, Rob?
It's pretty good.
And anytime that I started to slip up or start to do things in a not good way, it would give me little hints to correct myself. And like any game, when you try to figure out ways to cheese it, there's not really any here. All in all, I would say, on top of choosing to eat healthy and using this as a beginning or a kickstart of going to the gym and working out, I'm gonna get you in frame because you've just been kind of like out of frame. Now you're just blurry in the background, but you're still in frame. So,
That's
as
crazy.
a professional for fitness, what would you say for this?
More impressive than I expected. So having seen some previous like Wii Fit and other things like that, I expected maybe a little bit of motion. Impressive and kind of amusing to see how much this actually worked you out just from 40 minutes.
Keep talking, I'm just gonna wipe the sweat off my face and my eyes.
Proving my point. I think the basic idea here is if you don't have a strong history of working out or you're getting back into it, whatever it is, this provides you with enough basics to get going and more than going. Actually,
That's
give you,
crazy.
like a decent amount of workout while doing it in more than like a mindless way.
Okay, at this point, I think
Working out
Tom's trying to
in
kill
the
me.
game.
I think Tom's trying to kill me. That's what it is. That's what it comes down to. That's nuts. It looks fucking cool, though. It really looks badass. I would be willing to try it. It seems, it looked way harder than Wii Fit. Because I remember that back in the day. Wii Fit seemed like it was more like catered to jazzer-sized people. You know what I mean? That's probably a really old statement for some people. But no, like I was saying earlier, trying to get a lot of things in life on track and figure out things and trying to actually set a fucking schedule for a lot of things. I also know that the schedule is going to vary depending on what's happening throughout the day. Because I never know what time I'm getting off work or anything like that, so... Yeah, yeah. Billy Blanks, bud. I don't know, I hear DDP yoga will fucking kick your ass too. Fucking Tybo, dude. Yeah, I think it'd be a lot easier and healthy for me to fucking set an actual schedule for things. The only, like I said, the only difficult thing is I never know what time I'm actually done with work. So I'd have to set a schedule based off of what time I think I would be done with work, depending on what time of the year it is. Because like summer going into winter is pretty busy for us and longer hours, but winter going into spring is pretty slow. Yeah, but then just gotta figure out content from there. I think the biggest thing is when it comes to making content for me, it's more like like I said, I don't necessarily want to stand on the fact that like, hey, I'm playing a fucking video game. Follow me for this video game. I want people to follow me for me instead of like worrying about what game I'm playing. I've always said that. All right, Carl, take it easy, bud. I know I started pretty fucking early today. I might, it might end up being an early stream for me too. So, it's also Sunday. So now that it's done storming, I'm gonna see what the weather's gonna be like here in like 10, 15 minutes, and I might actually end up taking my kid to the park because we were supposed to go, but it started storming. So. Yeah, me gold. Yeah, it was real bad there for like an hour. I'm shocked I didn't lose power. Ugh. Yeah, I got a feeling it's going to be fucking hot and muggy tomorrow. Usually the day after the storm here, if we have storms all day, is so fucking bad. You would much rather it be storming than be that humid. Oh, I'm sure. That's the weird part about living in Ohio, because you would think, like, from being outside of Ohio that it wouldn't be that bad. Like, heat-wise, it's fucking terrible. Because it's so humid here on most days that the weather switches so dramatically from, like, oh, it's going to be real bad storms, look like tornadoes are going to hit for, like, you know, 5 minutes. And then it's like, hey, it's sunny. Guess what? All that rain's now humid. Rain's like a fucking tsunami for 5 minutes, and you just can't breathe afterwards. Yeah, that's true. Hurricane season. Gotta love that. Let's say that was a pretty eventful first stream back. We just kind of chilled and hung out for a while. And no, I'm not 1445. But yeah, I'm gonna see what the weather is gonna be like here soon. It looks like it's fucking sunny now. So, yeah. Yeah, Lake Erie's not that far above me. So, yeah. That sucks. But yeah, guys, I appreciate all you guys for hanging out. Appreciate all the new people that come in. Tom, I'm definitely going to look into that fucking fitness thing. That's pretty cool. But yeah. I'd say first day back was pretty eventful. But we're going to get back on a normal schedule. Hopefully, if you guys have one already, make sure you hit the sub button. Hit the like button on the live streams and videos and shit. It helps the algorithm out. And make sure you hit the notification bell to get notified whenever I go live or post new videos. But other than that, I appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure you share it with your friends. And yeah, I will be posting an actual schedule sometime soon. We'll probably talk it over more in the upcoming live streams and in Discord and stuff like that. So, but yeah, guys, I appreciate you for hanging out, and I will talk to you guys. Well, tomorrow is Monday, so probably tomorrow if I get off work in time. So, yeah, peace, guys. I appreciate you. Peace and love. Later.
Taking shots at the enemy. I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the noose off. And you cannot save me, 'cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You are not as tough as I'm back, you know that I never left. I got tracks and some music that you never guessed. I don't slack, don't lose, learn your lesson yet. When I get to choose what I do, I'm like a weapon. I'm not sharp as many, but got heart. I'm ready to change scars to envy, to win large and plenty. I like to play fast, never change back. Calling out, I'll pay back, 'cause I'm great at that. Oh, you cannot save me, 'cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You are not as tough as. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You are not as tough as me. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You are not as tough